get in the way. So won't you take the lead? So won't you take the lead? And I can play the well, and you can take the. I know I'm safest when I'm in your will and trust your word. And I know I'm dangerous when I trust myself, my vision blurred. And I ain't got no time to play life's foolish games. Got plenty aims, but do they really glorify your name? And it's a shame the way I wanna do these things for you. Yeah, don't even cling to you. Take time to sit and glean from you. And it seems that you are patient in my ignorance. If ignorance is bliss, it's cause she never heard of this. I could play the background. I could play the background. Cause I know sometimes I get in the way. So won't you take the lead? So won't you take the lead? And I could play the background. And you can take the. I could play the background. I could play the background. Cause I know sometimes I get in the way. So won't you take the lead? So won't you take the lead? And I could play the background. And you can take the.
Good evening and welcome to this production of WETN Sports here on the Voice of the Thunder, WETN. I'm your studio host, Rusty Lindsay. We'll be sending it out to Joe Bean Stadium momentarily. We've got a non-conference matchup between your Wheaton College Thunder and the Aurora University Spartans. Judah Newby's our man on the call tonight, so we will send it out to Mr. Judah Newby.
Thank you very much, Rusty. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good to be with you on this beautiful Tuesday night. Beautiful weather here in the middle of, beginning of October here, the 4th of October. The starters have just been announced. Now we're getting ready for the national anthem here from Joe Bean Stadium before we'll get this final non-conference matchup of the year going between Aurora University and the Wheaton College Thunder. Here is the national anthem.
The colleges and universities of the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin.
The national anthem. We're about to get this soccer game underway. The lead officials have put the ball in the center circle. We'll get the final non-conference matchup of the year just about to begin here on Tuesday night here from Joe Bean Stadium. Aurora University is 4-5-1 coming into tonight's matchup. They played a couple common opponents with the Thunder, including Calvin College and Hope College. They hosted both Calvin and Hope on the 9th of September. They fell to Calvin 1-0. They tied Hope on the 10th the following day by a score of 3-3. They played North Park University, a team that will come right here to Joe Bean Stadium on this Saturday, the 8th of October. That will be a 7 o'clock kickoff between Wheaton and North Park to get the CCIW started in conference play. North Park won that matchup with Aurora 1-0. They're 3-1. Aurora is in their conference. In their last matchup, they fell to Concordia, Wisconsin 1-0. But after dropping their first 3 contests of the year, they came back with 4 consecutive victories. And we'll get this one started. Aurora will take the kickoff there in their road blue, royal blue jerseys with blue shorts and white numbers and white trim. Wheaton's out in their home whites with blue lettering, blue numbers and orange trim, blue shorts. A couple of key notes to mention for you is the first ball in the defensive half of Aurora gets ricocheted around and over the end line, and quickly we'll have our first corner kick of the match.
Thunder corner kick.
And it's going to be for the Thunder as Corey Weaver and Chad Musgraves go over. The rest of your starters, very interesting here. For the first time since the 3rd game of the year, very early in September, the 10th of September, Jason Lawler is in the starting lineup, coming back from concussion. Weaver approaches, gets a low left-footed liner into it. It's free for a brief moment in the box. Going to be cleared away by Aurora. Drew Goals overtakes it, though, and plays it back over the midfield stripe to Matt Hussey. Goes a right-footed heel chip toward the right sideline. Headed away for the brief moment. Colton Martin touches with the left foot, looking for Chad Musgraves along the right side touchline. Musgraves chesting it down in the corner, and it's cleared away by Aurora's Christian Footy. Senior defender. Will be out of bounds for a Thunder throw. Cleared away high into the box with a header. Skinker tries to get it for the Thunder, as does Martin. Ricochet header go back and forth. Aurora possesses now in their defensive half. An attempted through ball to the other side. Weaver has it. He brings it across as Wheaton moves right to left. Works a one-touch pass with Goals back to Weaver and gives to Jason Lawler. Feeds Jordan Goals, who's the other story in the starting lineup for the Thunder. Jordan getting his first starting action since the 2nd game of the year. Weaver has the ball deep in the corner, has it ricocheted off a foot and out of bounds. That's off the foot of Corey Novotny, sophomore defender. And it'll be a Thunder throw in their offensive third. 2 minutes down as we enter minute number 3 here in the first half from Joe Bean Stadium. No score between Aurora and Wheaton. Weaver takes the throw, goes to Jordan Goals. Goals touches the ball into the 18. Musgraves now with the ball at his feet, looks across it on the ground. Mud's open, chips it in for a goal. Thunder. It is a goal. Boy, such an anticlimactic goal as the ball kind of just rolled unabatedly into the goal. For a moment, I thought that would be offsides. Kevin Skinker, I believe, rolled it into the goal off the cross by Chad Musgraves. Kevin Skinker scores it for Wheaton. That's his first goal of the year. Chad Musgraves on the assist. How about that? 1-0 Thunder lead. 2.5 minutes in. Boy, it took that ball forever to reach the back of the net. I could have sworn it went in, but judging from the kind of anticlimactic celebrations of the players, really didn't know. Jordan Goals now the ball deep in the offensive third. He heads it away, and the foul
goal scored by number 20, Kevin Skinker, his 2nd of the year. The goal was assisted by number 11, Drew Goals, his first assist. Jordan Goals. And number 22, Chad Musgraves, his 2nd assist. Again, Skinker from Goals and Musgraves.
There's the official stat line as given by public address announcer Owen Handy. The goal as officially awarded to Kevin Skinker, his 2nd of the year, not his first, his 2nd, as was double assisted by Jordan Goals and Chad Musgraves. So quickly in this match, Jordan Goals has proven to be a factor, picking up his first assist of the year. For Musgraves, it's his 2nd. There's a goal kick coming up for Aurora. For the keeper, Ethan Cashin. Cashin, the junior keeper, a towering 6'6" from Bloomington, Illinois, home of Illinois Wesleyan University. Cashin's kick is a lone liner. It skips a couple times into the middle circle. Lawler goes in the air trying to win that header. Ricocheted around a couple times. Now Skinker trying to get to it. Russo playing defense there in the defensive third. Touching it away. Rolling with it is Daniel Pasillas. Into the corner goes. There's going to be a foul called against Dan Pavlak. It's about 25 yards from goal. It'll be a free kick for Aurora. Already trailing 1-0. After a third-minute goal from Kevin Skinker, double assisted by Jordan Goals and Chad Musgraves. Skinker simply touched it in. The approach, free kick, into the box. Hussey gets a foot into it, high into the air, off the clearing attempt. Controlling at his feet is Denton, Emmanuel Denton, but it gets touched away. Goals trying to win the ball in the air. Skinker plays the ball far right sideline for Musgraves. Chad chases it down, now touches in toward the middle. A through ball attempt for Jordan Goals. It gets by him, though. A little bit overshot as he made a sprint into the 18 box. Picked up without harm by Ethan Cashin. Cashin gets the left foot into it and goes a high boot this time. Falls once to the turf. Takes a high bounce. Pavlak goes up in the air trying to win the header. Excuse me, Martin goes in the air. Travels out of bounds. It'll be a throw for Aurora. Comes in, far sideline. Pasillas turns the corner, looking to cross. Skinker took it away from him. Good defense from Kevin. Feeds Musgraves. Musgraves plays middle to Russo. Russo, little left foot through ball opportunity for Jordan Goals. Goals looked for it, gave it a couple sprints. Now it's going to be played in bounds by Jordan Goals. What effort by Jordan. He was getting shielded off by Corey Novotny. But the sophomore Goals chased it down and kept it in play. Got knocked around and out of bounds. It'll be an Aurora throw in their defensive half. Over the mid-stripe it goes. Martin feeds it back in the Wheaton offensive half. Pavlak controls at his feet. Got a little bit of room. Goes back and forth with Drew Goals. Pavlak making a sprint to the offensive third. Slide tackle attempted. Russo touches away. Lawler scoots in to try to intercept that ball. As Lawler falls to the ground, a foul is going to be called against Aurora's Jason O'Brien. Freshman midfielder from Naperville, home of North Central. So already we see a couple players from Aurora hailing from towns of fellow CCIW opponents for the Thunder coming up. And that CCIW schedule begins Saturday night. That's homecoming this weekend. Homecoming weekend begins with a football game at 1 o'clock, the women's soccer game at 5 o'clock, and the men's game at 7. Here comes a free ball in toward the middle. A shot toward the goal. It sails wide. Skinker looks for the deflection. He will not get it. It'll be a goal kick. Matt Hussey took that free kick after Lawler fell to the turf, just about 15 yards on the offensive half of the midfield stripe. Well done as Goals kind of shoveled a header in toward the top of the 6. It got flicked on, and Skinker tried to turn that one in for a goal. That would have been his second of the game already. We're just over 7 minutes in. Goal kick's headed high into the air by Martin. Now in goal for the Thunder, getting his first start of the year, is sophomore Derek Babb. As Ryan Seeger gets a break from the starting rotation as netminder. Ball is ricocheted away. Aurora possesses for a brief moment. Kevin Skinker comes over and clears high and away out of bounds. He'll be an Aurora throw. It's interesting to note that Babb also got the start. Or excuse me, not Babb. Rather, Ben Holtz, who was the replacement keeper from last year, got the start against Aurora. When Wheaton tied with Aurora University last season 2-2. Throw-in comes high in toward the 18 box, headed away by Colt Martin over the out-of-bounds stripe once again. It'll be a throw-in for Aurora. Just on the edge of the defensive third. Throw-in comes in toward the middle 18, cleared away by Matt Hussey. Tracking it down is Drew Goals near sideline. Retreats Weaver. Weaver shoots a left-footed looper down the near sideline. Chad Musgraves looking to head that one in. Instead, headed out by Matt Burms, junior midfielder. Quick throw-in comes in. Out of bounds as Musgraves was unable to control it. 36:40 remain first half. 1-0 Wheaton leads off a third-minute goal by Kevin Skinker. Throw-in for Aurora comes near sideline. Headed away by Lawler. Possessing his goal, shielding off a man. Looks to turn inside, unable to do so. Aurora turns it away. Near sideline, sprinting up the sideline, Tony Gutierrez. Look to play a through ball there. Hussey's the closest one to it. He has it in the defensive half. Shoots one toward the middle circle, intercepting with a header. Christian Foote touches back. Skinker intercepts. Skinker still possessing. Plays one for Weaver. Wheaton moving right to left. 3-on-5. Weaver nearly got tripped up by slide tackle. Still possesses. Shoots a right-footed shot. Carries the crossbar by a foot. Giuliano giving Weaver a lot of encouragement and praise for that opportunity. Weaver took that ball just on the other side of the midfield stripe and took it all the way into the very top of the 18, getting around a slide tackle attempt, then unleashing a very good looking shot. Sailed the crossbar by about a foot and a half. Goal kick. This one sails high. Beautiful kick. Colt Martin wins the header. Wheaton's won many of the initial headers of this ball game. Played far sideline to Musgraves. Out of bounds. Wheaton will maintain possession with a throw. In that last year's matchup with Aurora U, Wheaton jumped out to a 2-0 lead early in the first half. And that was the score at halftime, but late in the 60th minute, or 67th minute rather, Aurora came back, made it 2-1, then tied it up in minute number 85. So a close shot at victory for the Thunder was missed. Thunder possess, edge of the air, offensive third, cleared away at the top of the 18, tracking it down as Martin, trying to keep it in that offensive half, plays far sideline, no one's at home. He'll sail over the end stripe. Another goal kick coming up for Ethan Cashin. Ethan Cashin, he's allowed 7 goals on the year. He's got 1 shutout. Averages 1.04 goals per match. Thunder have already got to him once tonight. Ball sails over the midfield stripe. Martin tries to touch away. Aurora possesses, charging left to right. They're going to tie this one up. Pavlak intercepts, plays middle for Russo. Russo, the ball on his left foot, shoots a pass, looking for a through ball to Goals. Goals touches, got it to himself. Top of the left side of the 18 box, got forward away, turns the corner, plays back in toward the middle. Intercepted initially by Aurora, far into the corner, cleared near sideline, stealing the offensive half. Pavlak chops a pass toward Weaver, intercepted by Aurora, out of bounds off the foot of Weaver. Aurora will have a possession with a throw-in. Their defensive half. Wheaton's coming off a big victory of their own. 1-0 at University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Russo takes a touch, plays a through ball, looking for Goals. Goals shovels off a man. He's going to be called for a foul. That's the second foul called on Goals. He doesn't like the call. Would not be surprised if it, well, if you take a few weeks off due to injury, as Jordan Goals has. I remember seeing him in that first matchup of the year, rather, with Covenant at the Bob Baptista Invitational. That was a 1-0 win to open up the year for the Thunder. He has not played since. Having foot injuries, knee injuries. But he's back now, playing alongside his older brother, the senior team captain, Drew Goals. Back and forth the ball goes over the midfield stripe. Aurora now possesses in their offensive half. Ball's played toward the middle, looking for a through ball opportunity and getting it. Left-footed shot comes in toward the goal, sails well wide. Babb gave it a look. That shot coming from Colby Newquist, junior midfielder from Sycamore, Illinois. Score is in the favor of the Thunder, 1-0. 32.5 minutes remain, first half. Ball played, midfield stripe, headed back in the defensive half. Hussey clears with the right foot, going for Skinker. However, his clearing attempt sails out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in for Aurora in their offensive half, trailing 1-0. Aurora's most recent matchup coming against Concordia, Wisconsin University. Lost 1-0 in that one. They have a record of 4-5-1, just a win shy of the Thunder's own 5-5-1. Here comes a throw-in deep into the 18. Lawler gets to it, heads it away. Musgraves goes with a high kick trying to clear it away. No whistle blows there. Controlled again by Musgraves. Aurora touches away. Turning around is Gutierrez. Intercepted Musgraves. Ball played back toward the middle circle. Goals touches at his feet, touched away from the defense. Goals gets it back. He's got Jordan in front of him. Through ball to Jordan. Cut off. Good defenses. Jordan Goals still tried. He plays it in. Musgraves has it. A little chip toward the top of the 6. Jordan Goals tapped it in, but it was deflected away with a header. Cleared by Aurora. Pavlak comes on trying to clear that ball. Stays in play at the feet of Corey Novotny. Playing toward the middle. Russo intercepts. Goals. Ball on his right foot. Changes direction. Plays to Russo. Goes far sideline. Aurora intercepts. Moving left to right. Tracking it down is Pasillas. for Aurora. Back behind. Newquist. Middle for O'Brien. O'Brien retreats, comes back to Novotny. And his defensive line, back to O'Brien. Touched away. Russo, Lawler. He's going to shoot one down the right side for Musgraves in the channels. Musgraves got 3 blue shirts around him. He slows it up. Goes for Lawler, but a good slide tackle by O'Brien. Intercepts the pass, and Aurora controls. Touched to Newquist. Lawler, though, he's got it still in the offensive half of the Thunder. Plays short to Russo. Aurora still playing back on defense. Ball touched to Goals. Goals does an excellent job of getting to Weaver. Weaver, left foot cross, high into the 18. Sails ahead of Skinker through the face of the 18. Cleared away by Aurora. Cutting it off is Pavlak. He's called. Nope, Aurora called for the foul. It's going against Jim Kelly, senior forward. It'll be a free kick taken from about 10 yards on the offensive half of the midfield stripe. Hussey approaches and into it. Low liner. Sailing toward the top of the 6. First one to it is Novotny. He heads it out of the 18. Gutierrez. Little chip pass near side. Lawler comes on his defense. He's going to be called for a foul as Newquist fell to the turf. Both Lawler and Goals called for a couple fouls. Jordan Goals, rather. Called for a couple fouls early on in this match. We're just over 15 minutes in. 16th minute, 1-0 Thunder lead. There's a goal scored in the 3rd minute by Kevin Skinker, double assisted by Chad Musgraves and Jordan Goals. A free kick gets headed back to the possession of the Thunder. Lawler controls just on the defensive half. Now booms one, a right-footed pass down the far sideline. Musgraves chasing down deep into the corner. He's got it, turns the corner. He's into the 18, touched away by the defender. Aurora controls, moving left to right. Making that play was Matt Hodelin. Back into the middle for O'Brien. Couple dribbles. Shoots one for Pasillas. Overshot him, though. The ball sails away. No one's tracking it down. It'll just simply roll over the end line without any pursuit. We'll have our first substitution of the match. It'll be Christian Rosenberger coming in for Jordan Goals, who was very serviceable for the Thunder. 16 and a half minutes for Jordan Goals in that first half, and his first game back as he talks to Coach Giuliano about how he feels conditioning-wise. There'll be a throw-in, or rather a goal kick for Derek Babb. He shoots one over the midfield stripe. Martin headed on. O'Brien controls, looked for Gutierrez near sideline. Martin touched away. Back to Rosenberger, now Pasillas. Pasillas making a charge in toward the top of the 18. Rolls one in toward the middle. Coming now with it is Kelly. A long type of shot. Sails wide by about 10 feet. Babb watched it sail away. Babb takes a goal kick. Plays it near sideline for Martin. Slide tackle from Gutierrez. Gets it before Rosenberger could get there. And Gutierrez on the ground, still trying to get his feet back under him. Ball played far sideline. Trying to get to it. First is Skinker. Skinker cuts off his man. That was Emmanuel Denton trying to get to that ball far sideline. Skinker cut him off. Good defense. Now Aurora plays good defense. Skinker meets him at the point, though. Far sideline. A little back and forth jockeying on the defensive line by Skinker. He shoots one middle circle to Goals. Goals plays back to Lawler. Lawler brings it across midfield. Hits Rosenberger. Rosenberger toward the top corner of the 18. Middle. Aurora. That's Newquist getting the ball there first. Now Martin possesses the ball. His left foot turned away by Pasillas out of bounds. Colt Martin will have a throw-in. Gives to Corey Weaver. Weaver back to Martin. Martin shoots one in toward the middle looking for Rosenberger. Just got it past him, though. Hodelin looking for a man near sideline. Missed Gutierrez, though. It'll be a Wheaton throw offensive half. 26 and a half minutes remain. Throw-in comes to Steven Russo. First half, 1-0, Wheaton leads. Hussey drops one for his keeper. First start of the year for Derek Babb. He shoots one O'Brien high into the air. Win that header. Pasillas, foul called. It's going to be against Pasillas. The Thunder will have a throw. The ball's kicked away by Aurora. Jason Lawler putting his hands up, trying to get the officials' attention to let him know what transpires. The Thunder were trying to take that free kick and run a quick play. Granted, they are in their defensive half. Hussey takes a free kick. Well, now the referee, near sideline official, makes him play it back about 5 yards. He approaches and is into it. Another liner across the black sky. Headed away, nicely done. Now a header by Lawler comes to the top left corner of the box. Turned away at the moment. Played in toward the middle, 25 yards from goal. Beautiful. Leave by Russo to goals. Plays far sideline to Skinker, who's made a sprint up. Skinker shoots one in toward Drew Goals at the top. He floats one in toward the goal and it sails wide by about 5 feet.
Entering for the Spartans, number 3, Caden Palmer, and number 9, Xavier Carrillo.
Nice
Previous substitution for the
opportunity
Thunder
there.
was
Skinker shooting a good ball there.
Christian Rosenberger.
Caden Palmer, sophomore midfielder, enters the game. Xavier Carrillo enters the game as well for Aurora. 1-0, Thunder lead it. Just under 25 minutes remain first half. Ball played in the offensive half. Rosenberger touches to Lawler, shoots a through ball for Rosenberger, trying to track it down. Turf not doing any favors by slowing it down. Rosenberger gets there, though, after he was shielded away. Weaver's going to let this ball roll out of bounds. Last touch by Aurora. It'll be a throw-in on the edge of the offensive third. Rosenberger will take it. 24.5 minutes first half. 1-0, Wheaton leads. Trying to ascend the 500 mark as they are sitting at 5-1. Throw-in comes. Ball loose at the brief moment. Touched away. Lawler will uncork a long right-footed shot. That's got to feel good. His first real chance at goal in a long time. However, it sailed, carried everything. It's into the end zone of the football field.
Entering for the Spartans, number 27, Brett Wegleitner.
Brett Wegleitner will enter for Aurora. Coached by Amir St. Clair, assisted by Nick Rizzo, Richard Parfit, Dr. Michael Radakovich, and Gerardo Alvarez. Ball's played far sideline out of bounds. The Thunder will have a throw in their defensive half. Played in the back. Hussey. Martin shoots a high ball, middle circle. Goals wins the header in the direction of Rosenberger. Flicks the header, looking for that through ball to Musgraves. Still loose for a brief moment, top of the 18, turned away. Rosenberger still possesses. He's going to unleash a shot. Denied at the top of the 18 by Aurora. Martin trying to win that ball, turned away. Good win by Xavier Carrillo. Lawler intercepts a back pass over the midfield stripe. Gets to it. Wonderful effort by Lawler. He's going to shoot a ball toward the top of the 18. Headed away by Wegleitner. And helped on by Palmer. Near sideline. Weaver's going to track it down where the near sideline meets midfield stripe. Plays to Russo. Russo touches away with the ball to his left foot. Gets away from a tackle. Plays Weaver. Weaver working around a man. Goes inside. Touches to Rosenberger. Rosenberger one touch back to Weaver. A little too much on that touch from Weaver. Aurora gets possession. Ball ricochets around Lawler, and Pavlak will play behind to Martin. Martin shoots a right-footed ball, looking in the direction of Drew Goals. Boy, there's been a lot of passing attempts by the defenders in the back. Flag goes up in the air. It'll be a foul against Drew Goals. 22.5 minutes remain first half. 1-0, the Thunder lead. The keeper, Ethan Cashin, will come over far sideline to take the free kick. High into the air it goes. Header won by Aurora. Coming now with the ball at his feet. Feeds been into the middle for Carrillo. He unleashes a shot, sails wide by a couple feet. That was in pretty good position. A good header by Jim Kelly to give Carrillo the opportunity to unleash a shot there. He did, along the ground. Would have been a one-touch shot. As Babb approaches the goal kick, brings it middle circle, headed high into the air. Musgraves trying to win the ball. Won instead by Emmanuel Denton, sophomore midfield. As Aurora possesses. Wheaton's been on the offensive for most of this match, it does seem, as Goals wins the touch interception from Russo. Goals far sideline, keeps it in play. Plays behind a Skinker. Skinker was hoping Lawler would get there. It got by Jason rather. Now, the ball played far sideline, or near sideline rather, chasing it down Caden Palmer for Aurora as they approach their offensive third. Played to Wegleitner. He's going to unleash a right-footed shot to the goal. Babb spears it. Wegleitner got plenty on that shot as he was trying to go upper 90, but Babb Perfect position. Hardly had to leave the ground with his 6'3" frame to make that save. Weaver looked for a touch to Rosenberg. He was denied by Wegleitner. Played near sideline. Carrillo turning around, called for a foul as Lawler. Free kick coming. The head official of tonight's game, I don't have his name, was the near sideline official in last night's women's soccer match when they took on Kalamazoo College and tied them. Meanwhile, Aurora is looking to find the equalizer. Free kick comes, sails in toward the top of the 6, headed away first by Martin. They'll sail over the out-of-bounds stripe, not the end line. It was playing games with that corner. The flag stick being the deciding factor. It sailed just to the left. It will be a throw-in deep in the offensive half for Aurora rather than a corner kick. O'Brien trails onto the little tarmac out there. Now throws it in. Headed away by Martin. Martin gets to it first again. Now a shot comes in along the ground, top of the 18, denied. Goals now has the ball middle circle. Touches Rosenberger. Feeds near sideline. Musgrave just had to go off his foot, but he keeps it in play. But this time it rolls out. It is called out of bounds as we get under 20 minutes in the first half. 19:25 remain with a 1-0 lead. Pavlak working around a man, heads one out of bounds. Throw-in will come for Caden Palmer. For all those who are interested, the baseball score has gone final. Game 3 of the LDS between the Phillies and the Cardinals, 3-2. The Phillies get a big road win in St. Louis. Meanwhile, there's a pause on the action, allowing me to give that all-important baseball final. Ball is flicked on. Edge of the offensive third for Aurora. Hussey clears with a left foot, sails out of bounds. Throwing going to be coming for Wegleitner. He's trying to feed Kelly in there. Touches one in toward the top. Going to be fed. Wegleitner shoots one, top of the 6 for Carrillo. Goes him though. Over the end line it goes. Jason Bada enters the game. Jason Lawler, in his first start in a really long time since the Capital University match in Delaware, Ohio, on the 10th of September. That Saturday afternoon, he suffered a hard collision with keeper Ryan Seeger. His jaw hit the ground hard, Lawler's did. Suffered a concussion. And it wasn't until recently that all the symptoms were 100% gone for multiple days.
Substitution for the Thunder, number 8, Jason
Foul call
Bada.
through goals. Free kick quickly taken. Ball's being played far sideline. Colby Newquist touched it away, out of bounds. Little miscommunication on the part of Aurora. And before the throw-in comes, Joey Lynn will check into the game.
Entering for the Thunder
as a substitute,
number 19, Joey Lynn, and number
Pavlak.
17, Mitchell Parr.
And Mitchell Parr will enter. So a regular, Mitchell Parr, will take the place of Kevin Skinker, who won a starting job tonight, for at least tonight. Skinker doing a really, really good job. Credited for a goal. He comes off getting his second goal of the year in that 3rd minute. Wheaton struck early on, and he's played excellent defense since. Now Mitchell Parr enters in his place. Here was 17:20 remaining in the first half and a 1-0 lead for the Thunder. They're on the offensive now. Russo, the ball at his left foot, brings it about 35 yards out from goal. Touches Dabata, who's playing center mid for Lawler. Here's Weaver. Near sideline, Weaver wants to cross. He speeds around the corner, had it touched away by Aurora and over the end line. Corner kick is awarded for the Thunder.
Thunder corner kick.
Their second of the match. Musgraves and Weaver in that corner. Musgraves the in-swinger from here. Interesting to see if they run the two-stretch play. Instead, they just feed top corner to Hussey, who unleashes an attempted shot. Getting in front of it was Aurora. Here comes a potential counterattack. Lynn gets to it first out the midfield stripe and boots it all the way back to Derek Babb. Good play by Lynn. Jim Kelly, if he got past Joey Lynn, it was him, the ball, and Derek Babb for the remaining half of the field. Those counterattacks can be ever so dangerous if you miss execution on plays of those type of corner kicks. Thunder get away with one. Wegleitner tosses one in. Good back header. Try to be flicked on in toward the corner. Colt Martin cuts off the pursuit. Out over the end line it goes. It'll be a goal kick for Derek Babb. Distant fire alarms in the background. Some dormitory have had those in parts all first half long. Derek Babb will take the goal kick. Instead of booming it down, he feeds near sideline for Joey Lynn. Joey Lynn was unable to possess it. He gets touched away. No defensive pressure. Rolled off his cleat and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Aurora. Their offensive half. 15:20 remain first half. 1-0 the Thunder still maintain the lead. O'Brien flicks one in. Getting to it first is Hussey with a header. Hussey now controls. He touches to Bada near sideline. Bada, left foot shot, or pass rather, in toward the middle circle. Russo playing a little back and forth cat and mouse game with Burns, and he wins it. Far sideline, Rosenberger. Rosenberger making a charge cut right into the middle. 25 yards from goal, feeds Mitchell Park. Approach. Rolls one. Not much juice on that one. Sails without harm over the end line.
Substitution for the Thunder, number 21, Aaron Brown.
And
the concession stand located beneath
Aaron
the
Brown now
lane
enters the
and
game
is
for Chad
operated
Musgraves.
by Wheaton College's award-winning food service, Bon Appetit. Why not stop by and see what the chef has in store for you this evening?
Perhaps not a bad strategy from Coach Giuliano, or at least to the casual observer, that it'll be good to get some players who are not necessarily considered regulars some time in this match, the final non-conference match of the year. Brown controls, ball at his feet, goes a one-touch play with Bada. Brown playing a forward position. He does not play this much. His natural position is defender. However, he was an all-state performer in high school in Sycamore, Indiana. Brown's going to try to chase this one down near side corner. Brown, right-footed cross attempt, sails away, and Aurora heads it away. Foul called against Drew Goals for touching the man to the turf. Good idea from Aaron Brown as he looked to change direction with that ball, and he chipped a good ball onto the top of the six. The four men back for the Thunder from left to right. Lynn, Hussey, Martin, and Parr. The three in the middle, Weaver, Bada, and Russo. And the three in front, Rosenberger, Goals, and Brown. Russo tries to head this one away, gets ricocheted back and forth, touched away and out of bounds. It'll be a Thunder throw just on their defensive side of the midfield stripe as we approach 13 minutes remaining in the first half, and a Wheaton lead of 1-0. Throw-in comes to Rosenberger, touches it away with a header. Defender didn't know where it was for a moment, then heard the ball fall, found it, clears it away over the midfield stripe. There comes an attack. Slide tackle attempted by Parr. He touched away for a brief moment. Through ball comes toward the top of the 18. Working around a couple men. Now a shot kick denied by Weaver. Cleared over the 18. Weaver approaches. Little right foot chip to Brown. Brown touches away to himself. Wedgleitner gets there first. Wedgleitner, excuse me. Plays to O'Brien. O'Brien's little touch near sideline intercepted by Bada. And Jason intercepts with a slide tackle. However, O'Brien quickly gets it back. Trying to shoot a pass past Joey Lynn and into the 18 box. Lynn does a nice job of shielding off his man. That was Xavier Carrillo, the junior forward. And now coming into the game is Connor Rice.
Entering for the Thunder, number 7, Connor Rice.
Colt Martin will take his seat now. Derek Babb, a goal kick coming up. 12-10 remain first half, 1-0 Wheaton leads. The approach and the kick into the middle circle it goes. O'Brien wins the header. He's got some ups. Rice touches the next one to Palmer, though. Palmer wants to approach, works his way in toward the middle. Weaver does a nice job of being the man on, comes on, takes the ball. Bada plays a one-touch to Goals near the midfield stripe. Weaver possesses, brings it across the middle, rolls to Russo. Russo making a charge. Here he comes, plays right side. Parr wanted a left-footed shot. Slide tackle made, and made nicely by Foot. Aurora possesses, now moving left to right. Here's a charge around Bada, working his way in toward the middle now. Controlling his Newquist. Was it a man offsides? It was indeed. The shot was rolled into the corner of the goal by Carrillo. It was called offsides. Look to my eye, which isn't the most trained eye in the world, but from watching all the soccer games this year, Hopefully I wasn't calling premature offsides, but I was relieved by the referee's whistle. Goals wanting to go high in the air to win that ball. Instead, won in the air by Hordeland. Played back midfield stripe. Taken away by Joey Lynn. Nicely done. See, won it away from Carrillo. Lynn dribbles once, twice, feeds Rosenberger far sideline. Rosenberger stops, approaches, cross, comes high in the direction of Aaron Brown. Overshot him, though. Now controlling just outside the 18, moving the other way, Caden Palmer. Clears with the right foot, comes here to the press box. There'll be a throw-in for the Thunder. 10.5 remain. Russo will take it. And he goes to Joey Lynn. Lynn dribbling his way in toward the middle. Rolls it past Rosenberger's direction. Rosenberger touched it to himself. Plays it in the direction of Bada. Good possessed by Bada. Rolls one toward the end line. Brown trying to keep it in play. Gets shoved off the ball. It'll be a goal kick coming up for Aurora. Brown not sure if he was going to be able to get there anyway. Palmer made sure he didn't. Instead of going for the ball, going for the body of Aaron Brown. There'll be a goal kick coming up. As the Wheaton Thunder lead 1-0. Up and in. Out of bounds for a Spartan throw. One more substitute will come in. Corey Seddon or midfield.
Entering for the Spartans, number 13, Corey Seddon.
Aurora seems to draw pretty well. There seems to be about at least 40 of their fans here at Joe B. Stadium for this one. The Thunder, of course, drawing well for their own right. They get lots of home support. Here comes a throw-in toward the top of the 18. Rice heads it away first. Rice gets to it again. The little guy winning 2 consecutive headers. A backheel flick on, tried to be made by Hodel, and he falls to the turf, and he's going to be awarded a free kick. He'll be just outside the 18. They'll bring it back a few yards. Drew Goals quickly lining up his wall. Looks like it'll be a 4-man wall. Brown, Bada, Russo, and Weaver will be the 4-man wall. It's about from 23 yards out, and it's probably the best scoring opportunity. Here it comes. Shot comes in, denied by Russo. He turned it away. Heart of the wall. Ball is played back toward the midfield stripe. Left-footed boom toward the top of the 18. Got about 3 guys offsides. And offsides is called against Aurora. There were only blue shirts between the box and the post. No offsides was called. That'll be a free kick for Joey Lynn. Although that call, much to the grin of head coach Ramir St. Clair and his coaching staff. Not sure if they saw anything as St. Clair Giuliano meet at the midfield stripe. Giuliano pointing out what he saw. Booming kick headed away by Wegleiner. 1 touch, 2 touch, into the middle. 1. Parr flicks it away with a forehead. Plays to Russo, midfield stripe, Weaver. 7:53 remaining. First half, Wheaton loses 1-0 thanks to a 3rd-minute goal. They possess, looking for another. Rice, far sideline, Rosenberger keeps it in play. Rosenberger dribbling, now making that cut into the middle. Goes to Weaver. Weaver has Russo near side if he wants him. Feeds him. Russo, left foot to Brown. Brown's got a chance to cross from there. The approach, the cross. Coming in, Rosenberger. Away, though, first by Burms. Does a nice job. Corey Seddon from touching that ball away and clearing it. Parr did it successfully, though. So we approach 7 minutes remaining in this first half, and a 1-0 advantage for the home team. The Thunder's final non-conference match of the year. Brendan Finnerty will check in at the next available opportunity. Low liner of a throw-in comes into the top of the 6, cleared away. Ball is free at the top of the 18, finally cleared by Aurora. Rice touches a chest pass to himself, plays behind to Derek Babb, comes a couple yards out of the 18 to feed Matt Hussey on the far sideline. Hussey now chips a looper of a ball toward Drew Goals' area. Goals flipped it on. No one was at home. Falls over the end line. Goal kick coming up for Ethan Cashin. Right
entering for the Thunder, number 23, Brendan Finnerty.
Brendan Finnerty enters. Steven Russo exits. Russo's done a very nice job for defense this entire year for Coach Giuliano's club. October is one of those months for the Thunder. Now, I say that based on last season's October run, going 8-1. Here's a pass loop to Aaron Brown. Brown waiting up for it. Not sure if he was offsides or not, and then controls, feeds Weaver. Weaver approaches, trying to change direction, plays middle to Finnerty, touches behind to Lynn. Joey, looking for a pass, goes to Brown's area. Brown playing that far forward, near sideline. Brown dribbles toward the middle, trying to shoot a pass in on the ground to Bada. Denied by Wegleitner. Cleared away by Aurora. Carrillo trying to get there. Hussey gets there first. Lynn keeps it in play as he brings it back over the midfield stripe. Trying to touch it away. Back to Weaver. Lynn wins the battle with Parmer. Plays to Weaver. Weaver trying to dribble his way around. Shove to the turf. No foul called. Parr now controls just outside the middle circle. Plays far sideline Rosenberger. 5:10 remain. Parr now controls again. Now unleashes a left-footed liner. Turned away at the top of the 18. Header. Won by Aurora. Carrillo trying to possess. Lynn gets to it first, though. Shoots a ball far sideline. Out of bounds. Aurora will have a throw in their defensive half. Under 5 minutes remain in the first half. Wheaton leads 1-0. Third-minute goal by sophomore Kevin Skinker, his second of the year. Double assisted by Chad Musgraves and Jordan Goals, who's got his first starting nod since coming back from injury. First game back. Here's a through ball attempted for Drew Goals. Drew trying to get there before it sails over the end stripe. Touched away. It will be a goal kick for Aurora. Coming into the game now.
Spartans, number 28, Christian Casanova.
Christian Casanova for
And
Aurora.
for the Thunder, number
And
25,
Trevor Adams
for
the Thunder to replace Drew Goals. Goals hustles his way off the field, giving him a bit of an extended halftime break with 4 minutes remaining. The goal kick sails toward the middle circle. Drops once to the turf. Header one, played far sideline. Cutting around his man and winning the ball is Mitchell Parr. Very nicely done. Rice far sideline. Touches one back to Parr. Parr stops, turns, works around a man, loops one to Bada. Just overshot him. Parmer has one middle circle. Finnerty touches and controls to Bada. He leaves it for Weaver. Weaver looks at what he's got. Trying to work around Parmer. Does for a brief moment. Feeds Parr. One touch to Finnerty. Stops, looks at his options. Trying to shoot one into the corner to Brown. Brown thought Casanova was going to get to it. Casanova let it go, and Brown was no longer in his original position. Out of bounds for an Aurora throw. Throw-in comes near sideline. Headed away by Weaver. 3.5 minutes remain in the first half. 1-0 Wheaton. Palmer has one high into the air. Out of bounds. Joey Lynn will have a throw-in. As he's close to the midfield stripe, chucks it in. Aaron Brown flicks it in with a header. Rosenberger controls near sideline. Rosenberger trying to go with a back flick to Weaver, but it was read nicely by Matt Hodelin. He touched it out of bounds. Thrown to Finnerty. Finnerty to Lynn, back to Brendan. He'll just retreat in the defensive half to Matt Hussey. Hussey gets there. Rolls one middle circle. Parr, Finnerty, Lynn still in the defensive half of the Thunder. And he'll roll it back to Hussey. Played near sideline to Weaver. Weaver trying to get to a man. Touched away. Comes back near sideline to Weaver. He's got Parr behind him if he needs it. Weaver's going to cross with the left foot. Headed toward the goal by Rosenberger. And it's cleared. Save made by Ethan Cashin. Rosenberger did a wonderful job of getting underneath that shot with the head. Getting some leverage on that one. That was a relatively low liner from Weaver. Got some mustard on it. Palmer tries to win it. Lynn turns him away. Ball played near sideline. Kept in play by Aaron Brown to Lynn. Lynn trying to turn the corner, work around. Carrillo denied him. Out of bounds. Lynn will have a throw in. 2 minutes remain in the first half. Final offensive surges for both sides. Undoubtedly coming up. Lynn touches middle. Russo working his way to it as Hodelin. Lynn gets there first. A high clearing attempt made by O'Brien and successfully done. Here comes a through ball near side. Carrillo trying to get there. Hussey cuts him off, clears away with the left foot and out of bounds. Aurora will have a throw in coming up. The Spartans have had a couple shots on goal. Derek Babb one save so far in this match. A couple have sailed wide of the posts. The Thunder have had a few good looks. They've got one goal to show for it. O'Brien approaches, chucks one into the top of the 6, still headed away up in the air, still in play too, trying to track it down as Hussey outside the 18. He does, clears with the left foot. Rosenberger does a wonderful job of flinging a back heeler in the direction of Aaron Brown, and the Thunder clear it for a moment. Into the middle circle, played far sideline for Matt Burns. Burns, left-footed shot past Rice, intercepts the trajectory of the ball and heads it away toward Finnerty. O'Brien wins the ball from Finnerty, plays it far sideline to Seddon. Seddon a ball into the 18. Here comes a dribbler. A shot denied at the top by Hussey. Well done, and Rice clears out of bounds. Hussey got in front of that attempted shot.
There is under 1 minute remaining in the first half.
40 seconds remain. Owen Handy giving the 1 minute warning here. Aurora will have a throw, splitting their offensive hemisphere in half. The approach, O'Brien gives it in, working toward the corner of the 6. The Thunder get to it first with a header, and Hussey clears high into the air, top of the 18. Adams trying to win a header up in the air, still loose for a brief moment, and Rice punches it out of the mixer. 15 seconds remain. That should just about do it for first half action. Aaron Brown trying to give one-man pressure.
10,
the keeper boots
9,
it to the other side,
8,
where Derek
7,
Babb controls at the top of the 18.
5,
O'Brien trying to come over as some
3,
instant one-man pressure.
2, 1.
Trying to win that ball, maybe a last-second attempt. But there it goes. The siren goes. First 45 minutes in the books. It was in the first 3 minutes that we had our only goal of the first half. It was a goal scored by Kevin Skinker for the sophomore, his second goal of the year. Double assisted by Chad Musgraves, who chipped in a pass over the face of goal. It was touched and helped in the direction of Skinker by Jordan Goals, and Skinker simply helped it along over the end line as the keeper was well out of position. The ball, though, it had not very much juice on that shot. It rolled over the end stripe, and when the Thunder realized it had indeed gone into the goal, it's kind of an anticlimactic celebration, but a celebration nonetheless. The Thunder have a 1-0 lead at halftime. For all the halftime festivities, we'll send it back to Studio A and Rusty Lindsay. Russ? Would have resulted in a corner kick. It was 6 inches the other way. 2 offsides calls been called against Aurora, and none yet against the Thunder. Players of note starting in this game, Jason Lawler, first starting action that he has had since Capital University. That would be the 10th of September, nearly a month later. One of the cogs to this Wheaton offense and defense, Jason Lawler. As Coach Giuliano says, the value of Jason Lawler, he might not even be my most talented player, but he sure shows tremendous leadership on the field. Very vocal player. Communication is key on this team. Lawler brings that communication. So it's good to see him back out on the field for the first time since his symptoms have been 100% gone from that concussion for multiple days in a row. So Lawler back out on the field. Jordan Goals also getting the starting nod. The first time he's seen action since Covenant, the opening game of the year in early September. So Jordan Goals back here, and he was credited as part of that double assist with Chad Musgraves on the goal scored from Skinker in that 3rd minute. And that's all the scoring, 1-0. This was a score that the Thunder won by on Saturday night when they made that trip to Wisconsin-Oshkosh and took on the 12th ranked Titans of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Now Oshkosh, a team that lost earlier that week to Wisconsin-Whitewater. Not a good week for the Titans. Coming into the week ranked 12th nationally, dropped 2 matches in a row, and the Thunder came on the tail end of that. They'll take it with gladness, no doubt. Now here's another interesting note. Nathan Jaspers, first action of the season, in the center mid position with Jason Lawler, and those two will start the kickoff as the Thunder move left to right offensively. Jaspers, the ball at his feet. Jaspers hailing from Southern California, where the team was just at about a week ago when they took on Westmont and Occidental in 2 matches. About a week and a half ago. Ball gets headed away over the end stripe. It'll be a corner kick for the Thunder quickly into the 46th minute. Chad Musgraves comes over to help Corey Weaver in that far corner. Perhaps running that two-touch play. Musgraves an in-swinger from there. He'll trade positions with Weaver. Here it comes. Musgraves, the cross. Headed away. And nicely done. Ball to the top of the 18. Cleared out. Martin trying to track it down, as is Kelly. It is off Kelly, out of bounds. Martin will take the throw. Just on the offensive half of the Thunder. As Rusty mentioned in the studio, it's going to be a busy homecoming day on Saturday. The volleyball team gets things started off on Friday night with their match. Not covered by WETN, however. WETN is going to be plenty busy on Saturday with the 1 o'clock football game. Rusty and Doug Rothschild. The 5 o'clock women's soccer game against North Park. Jonathan Hensel and myself. Then me and John will be doing the 7 o'clock men's game against North Park. Ball free, top of the 6. Cleared away. Whistle blows. Push called against the Thunder. Foul called, Drew Goals. Free kick now to be taken by the keeper at the top of the 18. He'll bring it back to himself. About 10 yards out from goal. Will be Ethan Cashin, who's got one save in that first half. Allowed 1 goal. Derek Babb, save for himself. He is still in goal. Little knuckler sails over the midfield stripe from that goal kick. It's very effective, though. It trickles its way in toward the 18 before Pavlak turns it around and clears it to Musgraves. Musgraves, high looper. Defensive half. Cleared away by Christian Foote. Goals helps it to Musgraves. Plays it back over to Lawler. Lawler, touch, change direction, far sideline, or near sideline, rather, to Goals. Goals floats one in toward the middle. Now Lawler changes possession with a long boot. Field direction changed. Ball touched in toward Jaspers. He gets to it. Touches away. Hussey, defensive half. Plays far sideline. Tracking it down as Weaver. Looks to turn the corner. Unable to do so at the time being. Retreats it to Martin. Martin lets it roll. Cuts it away. Taken out by Carrillo. Martin gets it back. He'll play one far sideline. Looking for the direction of Jordan. Goals. Touched away, out of bounds. Goals. The younger. He'll have the throw-in on the edge of the offensive third. Fires one in to the direction of Jaspers. Cleared away by the defense just before Jaspers could get there. Jordan led him with a goodly amount of yardage to go. Jaspers nearly caught up to it. Pavlak catches up to this one. Plays it in back for Jaspers. Nathan crosses, changing field to Musgraves. Good look from Jaspers. Musgraves controls top right corner of the 18. Steps over the ball once. Now floats one in on the ground. Not sure if he's crossing toward Drew Goals, if he was trying to slip a shot inside the post. But it sailed wide. It'll be a goal kick. Musgraves, his 1 goal of the year, came in the first goal of the first match against Covenant. His left-footed shot on the ground sailed just inside the far post, played it off the post and over the end line for his goal. That gave Wheaton a 1-0 lead and ultimately a 1-0 victory over Covenant right here at Joe Bean, the Bob Baptist Invitational title. They would go on to win the following day with a 2-1 victory over Loris, who was nationally ranked at the time and still is. In fact, Loris's only loss is to the Thunder. They're ranked 15th. Jaspers cuts this one off, playing a far sideline, attempts a slide tackle, out of bounds it goes. Aurora, the Spartans, they'll have a throw-in. Fired over the midfield stripe, helped on by Corey Seddon. Touched away, far sideline, cleared by Pavlak. Goals, controls. Lawler tracks it down, helps it along near sideline to Skinker. Skinker, who has a goal in this game, the only goal scored so far. Goals shovels one to Chad Musgraves, trying to play a through ball into Jordan. Goals. Overshot him, though. Musgraves has that knack to try to find his roommate. Ball's headed away by Pavlak, top of the 18. Intercepted by Martin and nicely done. Played Weaver. Here comes a sprint by Weaver over the midfield stripe. Changes direction, stops, retreats to Jaspers. Played behind Hussey. He's got Pavlak near side if he wants him. He gives to Pavlak, who will simply give it back for Babb. Babb approaches, shovels a right footer in the direction of Weaver. Weaver trying to get to it, falling hard to the turf is O'Brien. Weaver pushes another man down. This time foul is called. As Foote took a stumble. Free kick will be coming for Aurora, trailing 1-0. 50 minutes down, 40 to go. This one from about 30 yards out. The approach, the right-footed chip, sailing toward the top of the 18. Babb comes in and spears it away. Top of the 6, excuse me. Ball is still played now outside the 18. And offsides is called. Tried to roll one toward the corner for perhaps at a cross. No runs were being made. But offsides called is said and was just past the flag keeper. 39 minutes remain in the second half. Hussey spots it. He'll take the free kick. The approach. And the boom sails over the skyline. Ball's touched once by Drew Goals, played by Jordan. Foul called against Aurora. Free kick for Jordan Goals. Quickly taken. It is in play. Rolled. Lawler plays middle. Jaspers approaches, touches away toward the top of the 18. Cleared. Jaspers got in front of it. And a whistle blows. Foul called against the Thunder. Free kick Aurora. Just outside their own 18. North Park University comes to Joe Bean this Saturday night against the women at 5, against the men at 7, or directly following the conclusion of the women's match. We'll have both those games on WETN. And playing this one near sideline is Denton. Denton turns it around. Feeds Burms. Burms looking to get around Musgraves. A couple slide tackles from Jaspers and Musgraves. Burms worked around it for the time being. Cleared away out of bounds. He'll go for the Thunder throw. Nope, the lead official overrules him. And it will be an Aurora throw. Indeed, the correct call was deflected off a Wheaton defender. Ball thrown in. Being flicked down by Denton. Looks in the direction of Kelly. Flipped away out of bounds off Pavlak. Still a throw at the edge of the offensive third for Aurora, trailing 1-0. They had 6 shots in that first half, none of them on goal. Well, excuse me, one was on goal. Babb made a save. Positioned himself nicely. O'Brien approaches, fires one into the top of the 6, trying to be helped on in toward the middle. Deflected away, now a left-footed shot sails everything. Crossbar, backdrop, into the track. 37 minutes. Second half. Derek Babb having a goal kick. Babb's played a very nice game. That nicely to communicate with his defensive line. They've helped him out significantly. And speaking of that defensive line, there's a different formation, as mentioned on the Saturday night broadcast, than the Thunder started out with this year. Although the defense played well to begin the year, with 1-0 victories and 2-1 victories over Loris in that second one, Covenant in that first one. Then they were playing a 4-3-2-1 system. Now it's a 3-4-3 system. And Coach Giuliano has implemented and seems to have executed better for his Thunder team. Ball hits once to the turf. Off the boot from Cashin into the offensive half for Aurora. Touched away out of bounds. It'll be a Thunder throw. Pavlak will take it. Pavlak goes short to Musgraves. Back to Pavlak. Attempted to boot it down the field. He whiffed. Out of bounds. Aurora will have it. Originally going to take it was Denton. Now he leaves it for O'Brien. Under 36 minutes remain in the first half. O'Brien will take the throw. He parts his benches. They give him a lane to work with. He fires it in the middle of 18. Touched away into the middle. Ball's played on the ground about 8 yards out, but Weaver's going to clear. Back in toward the mixer comes Newquist. Punched out at the top of the 18. Lawler trying to work around. Newquist wins the ball again. He's going to unleash a right-footed shot. Sails wide of the goal. Babb took a look at it. Newquist shot sails wide. Good efforts, though, from Newquist to win that ball not once but twice before he unleashed that shot. Coach Carl Griffiths, assistant coach, yelling some encouragement and instruction to his players. Ball headed away to the top corner of the 18. Hussey is there to clear in the defensive line. Aurora has been on the offensive attack a bit more already early on in this second half, looking to find that equalizing goal. O'Brien making a sprint up the far sideline, crosses one in over the end stripe, deflected away by Jordan Goals, and it will be a corner kick for the Spartans.
Correction, Spartan corner kick.
Owen Handy makes his own correction. Set in will take this corner. The approach, a low liner, top of 6. Pavlak gets to it first and heads it away. No damage there. Musgraves trying to make a charge for it. He keeps it in play. Now rolls it into the middle to Jaspers. Jaspers has to lose ground. Now fires a chance to through ball to Skinker with a slide by Jaspers, but just didn't have enough on it. Intercepted. The Thunder were hoping for a counterattack there. Up in the air, Lawler wins the head ball. Drew Goals. Touches, now loops a pass far sideline for Chad Musgraves. Just outside the 18, Musgraves, 1 touch, 2 touch, now controls, right-footed cross, and toward the middle, headed away by Aurora. Pavlak looking to make a charge. He shoulders off Kelly, touches to Musgraves. Chad works around him, man. And a good interception from Carrillo. He touched it away. Now Aurora trying to make a charge. Denton looking to play to Gutierrez. Taken away by Hussey to Skinker. Skinker plays back to Hussey. Hussey clears with the right foot. Jordan Goals wanting to try to keep it in. It goes out of bounds. That will be a throw in for Aurora. Take it will be Burns, just in the defensive half. 1-0 advantage for the Thunder. 33.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Skinker has played a really good game so far. He's got a goal. And he's played good, solid defense. He took a stumble out of bounds, though. Referee whistle blows. They're going to award a throw in to the Thunder, as is originally given to the Spartans, but head official overrules him, and Wheaton will take the throw. Skinker a bit hobbly after his stumble out of bounds, but he'll take that throw. He feeds Goals. Goals wins possession. Now plays to Drew Goals, far sideline. Cross the line on the corner, sprinting through was Musgraves. He was unable to unleash a shot. Over the face of goal it goes and out of bounds. It'll be a Thunder throw. No, it'll be, yes, a Thunder throw. As Kelly tried to scoop it up quickly and make a throw-in attempt, but no, it indeed was last touch by Jordan Goals. No, and it is going the other way for the Thunder. Or, excuse me, it's very difficult to discern what the referee is trying to say. Instead of pointing in the Thunder direction, he was simply saying for the Spartan man who was throwing the ball in to retreat a few more steps back. So Aurora maintained possession. Ball played far sideline, chance to cross. Pavlak got in front of it. Pavlak retreats it, finds Goals. Goals does a wonderful job of shielding off a man. That's Jordan Goals. Now Jordan and Drew come as defensive convergence. Drew wins the ball. Lawler changes direction outside middle circle. Floats the left foot chip in the direction. Looks like of Weaver. Weaver wins it. Close to the end line. Moves one way, goes another. Plays in toward the top of the 18. No one was there for a shot, though. Jaspers try to touch it away. O'Brien. Hard slide tackle wins the ball. Nicely done by O'Brien. Trying to shovel the left footer in the direction of Carrillo. However, the Thunder win it. Skinker helps a header onto Drew Goals. Or Jaspers, rather. Jaspers playing with a lot of energy. And a little bit of extracurricular activity coming on between Jaspers and Foot. Foot and Jaspers got a little bit locked up. Both of them trying to get out of that situation. Skinker near sideline Jaspers. Touches once, twice, feeds Musgraves. Turns the corner, plays middle Lawler. Lawler looked to touch the Jaspers. Lawler's fallen to the turf. This is not good news for the Thunder as Lawler fell down. He's still down, now getting up for a little bit of the time being. He's on his hands and knees holding his ankle. He's a little bit hobbly. He gets back up, he'll jog it off. Sigh of relief collectively. Aaron Brown's going to check into the next opportunity. Now Stephen Russo will join him. Hussey approaches after the foul call. Toward the top of the 6, a header helped on by Pavlak, sails wide. Goal kick coming up. Couple substitutions.
Number 18, Stephen Russo.
Stephen Russo will enter.
21, Aaron Brown.
Nathan Jaspers, his first action of the year, well, he'll take a seat. Great to see Nathan Jaspers back into the field getting some action. Coach Giuliano's got to be pleased with what he saw from the Thunder sophomore. So Russo and Brown enter. Jaspers and Jordan Goals. Now we'll take breathers. Ball rolled out of bounds. Aurora will have a throw. Just on the offensive side of the midfield stripe. Just under 30 minutes remain in regulation. Still a 1-0 lead for the Thunder. Ball ricochets back and forth. Aurora will maintain possession with a throw. Far sideline. Right in front of the Wheaton fan area. And quickly, another substitution will come in.
The Spartans, number 22,
Gutierrez. Tony Gutierrez, who had a quick breather. Now he's back on. In favor of Corey Seddon. O'Brien approaches. Fires one. Top of the 6. Helped on in toward the goal. And flicked away. A shot sailed the crossbar. A quick shot. And looky. The shot was taken by Kelly, and he was really looking for the deflection. And finally, it'll be called a corner kick.
Spartan corner kick.
For the Spartans. So Kelly really animated with the officials, hoping that he would get the call for the deflection, and he finally did. And Gutierrez works his way to the far corner for Aurora's first corner kick of the evening. 28-40. Gutierrez approaches, low liner, top 6, coming away, a chance to clear by Pavlak. Over the end line it goes again. Gutierrez
corner kick.
will have another corner. Boy, Pavlak really made himself parallel to the ground. It's quite normal for a human to be perpendicular. Pavlak jumped in the air horizontally, clearing that ball. Gutierrez, another attempt. Another similar low liner, a little bit more air. Ball's headed away, though, outside the 18. Musgraves looking to cut off Newson. Newson will play at far sideline and sail his man out of bounds. It'll be a Thunder throw. Newquist. Under 28 minutes remain. Ball still deep in the defensive half of the Thunder. Weaver will take the throw. Weaver fires it down the line and rolls out of bounds. It'll be an Aurora throw. They change back and forth. Aurora played North Park University, their first game of the year. North Park won that one at home 1-0. Wheaton leads this one at home 1-0. North Park and the Thunder, 7:30. Right here in Joe Bean. Here's a ball top of the 18, working her way in. The shot comes in on the ground over the end line. It's taken by Newquist again. He's had a couple of those opportunities. Firing shots in from deep range. Got past the post, though, just wide. 27 minutes remain in the ball game. Babb chips one toward the middle circle. Headed away and nicely down. The ball won by Denton. Toward the top of the 18. Hussey heads it away right before charging Carrillo could get there. Babb speared it. Boy, that one got past Derek. It was just Xavier Carrillo in the nets. But Derek won the ball. Now he boots it along. Goals looking to help it toward Aaron Brown's area. Lawler has it. He shoots a pass near sideline for Skinker. Skinker, a little bit of green to work with. Fires a right-footed chip. Goals trying to run it down, as is Brown. And touched away over the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Thunder. Boy,
Thunder corner kick.
Both goals, Aaron Brown were there with chances to punch that one into the back of the net. But the lone Aurora defender got in between them both and cleared it. It'll be a Thunder corner. Two-touch play, here it is. Low liner loops its way on the ground, top of the 6. It's a loose shot, saved by the last line of defense and cleared. What a clear!
The back save by number 21, Colby Newquist.
Colby Newquist, last man, covered his post and covered it well. Looked to be a for sure goal.
Thunder corner kick.
But Newquist got in front of it and cleared it over. The Thunder will have a throw-in, not a corner, a throw-in deep in their offensive half. Skinker fires it in, falls loose, a left-footed chip shot taken. It's off the side of the foot of Russo and cleared out of bounds. The Wheaton Thunder will have another throw. Martin will take it. Martin waits, sets something up, feeds Musgraves, touches back to Colt. Colt turns around one man, looks to work around another, goes right side, punches one to Musgraves just in time. Musgraves looking to cross it in. Looking in front of it was a defender. Touched by Martin, back to Musgraves. Cleared at the top of the 18 by Newquist. Newquist having a good game in that defensive line. Here's a ball played in the direction of Gutierrez, trying to beat Hussey to it. Gutierrez gets by Hussey, still in play. Gutierrez still with it. Far sideline, Hussey recovers. Ball played past him and over the end line. Corner kick. Looks indefinitely to be off of Gutierrez, and a corner kick has been awarded to Aurora.
Spartan corner kick.
Well, the tandem of Hussey and Skinker seemed to shield off Gutierrez well and let that ball roll over the end line. As you see so many times, yet the sideline official calls it a corner. Gutierrez approaches. Brooms won a good ball. Opportunity, a header, sails wide. Babb came off his line. There are two blue jerseys now fall hard to the turf. Babb came over. He wanted to punch that ball.
Nathan Haynes, you're today's Chick-fil-A fan of the game.
Babb trying to come over and punch that ball away before any header opportunity could arise. O'Brien got to the ball, though, with those good ups that he has, and nearly scored it. O'Brien plays this ball near sideline, out of bounds. The Thunder have a throw. 23:45 remain in regulation. 1-0, Wheaton leads. Pavlak looks to set something up. Fires one in, gives to Lawler. Lawler trying to play a left foot through ball. Cut off. Goals, retrieves. Dribbles near sideline. 1-2, cross, low liner, top of 18. Cut off. O'Brien wins the ball, fired it away. Ricocheted back into the 18, cleared away with the left foot of Gutierrez. Pavlak heads one near sideline. Lawler tries to keep it in play. He does for the brief time, touches it away, out of bounds. The Thunder will take a throw. What effort by Jason Lawler. Boy, it sure is good to have his presence back on the field of play. Lawler flicks one to Musgraves, leaves it for Skinker. Back to Musgraves, touches to Lawler. Lawler fires one in. Got some English on it. Oh, goals nearly got to there. Rolls into the arms of Cashin. He fires a deep boot in the defensive line of the Thunder. Weaver touches to Lawler, clears with the left foot. High looper. Musgraves trying to shoulder one away. Intercepted, taken at the foot of Hodelin. O'Brien brings in middle circle. Left foot cleared by Skinker off a shin guard, out of bounds. Mitchell Parr will enter, as will Caden Palmer, a substitute for each side. Palmer comes in, Denton comes off, Chad Musgraves will take a breather as Parr comes into the game. And Aaron Brown will change positions, taking Musgraves' role. Mitchell Parr will be the far right side of defense. Now Brown the far left. Aurora will have a throw, their offensive half. 21:50 remaining. Regulation, Wheaton leads 1-0. The lone score, well, it came in the third minute. Kevin Skinker scored it. O'Brien fires one in the 18. Headed away over the end line. Aurora will have a corner kick. Nope. Just on the other side of the flag. Once again, the second time in this game that it's been going directly at the corner, and granted it's turf, they're true hops, but each time it sailed just to the sideline side of the corner flag. It will be another deep throw-in for Aurora. O'Brien, the approach. Lawler heads it away. Shot sails well off the foot. A lot of spin on that one, too. It was going to be a goal kick. Now a throw-in for the Thunder deep in their defensive half. That shot taken by Newquist. Another shot from about 23 yards in at the top. Under 21 minutes remain. Throw-in comes in far sideline. Parr looks to help it on, direction of goals. Deflected away by the Spartans. Russo comes in with a header. Foul called. The Thunder will have a free kick in their defensive half. Final non-conference match of the year for the Wheaton College Thunder. They try to make it 2-0 for the month of October. Still in its young stages. So they won on October 1st. 1-0 at University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Trying to win here on the 4th. Last October, a month that saw them go 8-1. 8 consecutive wins after losing on the 1st of October to Wisconsin-Oshkosh. But that was 2010. This is 2011. And after another difficult September, where at one point they were 3-5-1. They've won 2 since then, trying to make it 3 here. They lead 1-0. Aurora possesses in their offensive half. Under 20 minutes remain to the final horn. O'Brien, the designated man for this task, throwing the ball in. especially in the offensive half. Approach, the sprint, fires it in, good distance, headed away by Colt Martin. O'Brien now possesses to himself, trying to work around Mitchell Parr. Chips one in, it's between a man and the goal. Offsides is called. It was Newquist again. He found himself with the ball about 15 yards out, him and Derek Babb. The whistle blew. Offside against Aurora. That's at least their third of the match. Martin clears one high into the air. A lot of spin here into the middle of the circle. O'Brien looking to win the header and takes Lawler down with him. My goodness, O'Brien wrapped an arm around Lawler and took him to the turf. Lawler asked the lead official if he saw what O'Brien did. No doubt about that one. That was not needed as Lawler fell hard to the ground, coming off a concussion. Apparently the referee did not see the attempt from O'Brien. Brown simply cleared it out of bounds. Now a courtesy clear from Aurora comes back to Colt Martin, who plays it back for Derek Babb. 18.5 minutes remain in the second half. 1-0 the Thunder lead. O'Brien trying to win that header. Sailed over his head this time, though. He controls himself in the middle circle. Lawler in. Played to Russo. Russo to Parr. Parr back middle. Goals. Back to Parr. Parr. Couple dribbles. The approach and a left-footed booming kick. Sails everything. Crossbar into the back netting as Brendan Finnerty will come into the game for an ailing Jason Lawler. Well, I say ailing only because of the amount of falls that he's taken in this game. His first action back from concussion. However, he knows exactly how he feels. Kick comes in. Goal kick. Sails over the midfield stripe. Russo wins it. Parr helps it. Goals sprints. Goals wins it. Far sideline. Parr helps it on to himself. Looking to cut around a man. He leaves it. Weaver. Dribble. Feed to Parr. 18 box. Parr getting shoveled off the ball. Still possesses. 4 goes over the end line. Parr now getting double teamed down there. Over the out of bounds stripe it goes. It's going to be a throw in for Aurora. Wonderful defense by the Spartans. Parr kept off the ball. Aurora wins it. Going to be a free kick rather played in that far corner to be taken by Ethan Cashin, 6'6" junior keeper. Cashin rips it. He's got a beautiful leg. Deflected out of bounds by Russo. I know indeed Pavlak. Out of bounds. O'Brien will take a throw in, splitting the offensive half. 16.5 minutes remain in the second. Fired in. Russo clears with the left foot in the direction of Parr. O'Brien helps the header in the direction of Newquist. Newquist, a high looper, top of the 18. Headed away, Pavlak. Newquist cuts it off. Looking to win that one down in the corner with Russo. Trying to work around Russo. Steven cuts him off and kept it in. Flag goes up. Free kick for the Thunder coming up. Chelsea will take it about 6 inches off the end line. He gets into it. A good one. Finnerty trying to track it down. O'Brien gets there. To Carrillo. Martin wins the header. Brown plays back to Skinker. Touches back to Brown. Brown trying to cut off his man and get to that ball. Ball's won around. Finnerty slapped hard. Hear that one from up here. Caden Palmer. Fed back. To Hodelin. Plays it far sideline. Gutierrez. Trying to run that one down far side. Working around a man. No, Weaver wins it. Foul called against Gutierrez. Thunder another free kick. 15.5 minutes now remain for second half. 1-0. Connor Rice will check in at the next opportunity for Coach Giuliano's club. Siren goes. Rice enters. Kevin Skinker. He's favoring that left ankle pretty good.
7, Connor Rice.
He took a spill out of bounds about 10 minutes ago here in the second half. Now he comes off the field. Trisha Detter now, head trainer, will assist him. Ball's touched around toward the top of the 18, played over and over the end line, out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for Derek Babb. Russo communicating with Coach Giuliano about what formation to play. Derek Babb places top right portion of the 6-yard. The approach and the kick. Over the midfield stripe, Finnerty's there. Hodelin wins it to O'Brien. O'Brien, the dribble, top right corner, fires one in toward the goal area, over the end stripe, goal kick coming up. Trisha Dieter has done an excellent job with the players. This men's soccer team traveled to all the road trips, traveled to California, doing all sorts of tasks. She's a wonderful trainer to have on this team. Rousseau plays far sideline. Finnerty looking to win it. Touched away again by Rousseau. Back and forth it goes. High into the air, winning that one is Hodelin. Falling hard to the turf. Foul called against Aurora. Coaching staff not appreciative of that call. Perhaps rightfully so, as Hodelin took the spill, called for the foul. Hussey, about 5 yards on the offensive half of the midfield stripe, approaches and kicks it, sails toward the 18. Brown shovels off of man and heads one toward the goal, but it gets speared by Cashin. Brown did a nice job of winning position there before the ball got to him. He made a nice header, got some juice on it. Cashin, though, was there, had a little too much loop. Ball played before it gets the end stripe. O'Brien trying to keep it in with a slide tackle, unable to do so. Derek Babb, goal kick coming up for him. Babb's played a pretty nice game. This time he'll set up on the top left portion of the 6. This one loops its way to Russo before it makes it to the midfield stripe. Russo plays to Parr. Helped along. Aurora possesses. Gutierrez. Cut off by Hussey. Gutierrez got in front of it. Whistle goes. Flag goes up. Offside's called again. And Gutierrez fires it away in frustration. And this will be a yellow card, the first of the match. Lead referee. No doubt about that one. There's been a couple delay of games that Aurora's gotten away with before that point. Gutierrez, that was simply out of frustration from another offside call.
So that yellow, was it on 15 from Aurora?
No.
Okay.
Ball played toward the end line. Goals trying to win it. And it sails out of bounds. Jason Bada will come in the next opportunity.
For the Thunder, number
He will right now.
Jason Bada. Aurora's number 16, Jim Kelly, has been cautioned.
Jim Kelly's been awarded the caution officially for Aurora.
No more, Bobby.
Ball is ricocheting high into the air. Gutierrez heads it out. Russo comes on. Kelly wins it. Touched away, direction of Newquist. Martin's on his back. O'Brien clearing away. Finnerty gets there too. Falling hard to the ground is Martin. Shin guard goes high into the air. Martin's sock all the way down. O'Brien called for the foul. Another yellow.
Number 8, Jason O'Brien, has been cautioned.
Jason O'Brien picking up that caution. So quickly 2 cautions in the last 60 seconds for Aurora. Martin will try to walk that one off. Joey Lynn will check in at the next opportunity, maybe for Martin. Though Pavlak does get some rest and break around this point. Hussey fires one into the top of the 18. Try to be helped on over the end line, headed away. Goal kick coming up.
Thunder, number 19, Joey Lynn.
11 minutes. 11 minutes remaining in the ball game. Martin takes a breather. Joey Lynn enters. Ethan Cashin approaches, gets a left foot into it. Good sail to this one. Finnerty heads it high and away and out of bounds. O'Brien will retrieve and have a throw-in in the Aurora offensive half. They've been shut out all the way to this point. O'Brien fires top of the 18, headed away by Pavlak. Falls to the ground, fired into the top 18. Rice clears with the left foot. Parr helps it on to Drew Goals. Goals works around a man, wins possession, plays far side Finnerty, cut off, intercepted by Foot. Worked into the middle. Foot plays near sideline. Palmer trying to work around Rice. Plays near side. Newquist fell to the ground. Rice controls. Touches away to Lynn. Lynn trying to approach. Slide tackle made. Foul called. Hodelin took Lynn's feet out under him. Another caution.
Aurora's number 18, Matt Hoftalen, has been cautioned.
Another caution, third in the last 2 minutes. Hodelin gets it. Ball played into the top of the 6. Over the end line it goes. Drop kick high into the night sky. Finally comes down. Goes one to the turf. Pavlak winning the second header. Bada, ball at his feet, whistle blows. Foul called. Aurora will have a free kick. Splitting their offensive half. Gutierrez and Palmer join to take it. Under 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes, under 10. Palmer lining up his offense. Two-man wall of Drew Goals, Mitchell Parr. Will be off the ball by about 10 yards. Palmer sets up. Movement. Ball. 18. Helped in by Hodelin. Still loose. O'Brien without his feet. Feeds Carrillo. Cleared away top 18. Trying to be shoved back into the middle by Kelly. Aurora still controls about 25 from goal. Gutierrez, a right foot chip, denied at the moment. Top 18. And now Weaver, Hussey slides and clears and over the out-of-bounds stripe. Aurora will have a throw in deep in the offensive third with 8:50 remaining in the ball game. A 1-0 lead for the Thunder. O'Brien approaches. Palmer joins to help. O'Brien fires in. Top of the 6, it's loose. Weaver gets a right foot to it and clears. Out of bounds. Aurora will have another throw. Boy, it always makes you nervous when it's in that 6 box and it's on the ground. A lot of bodies in there, but you never know which random foot will get to it first and which direction the ball will go. O'Brien fires it in with spin, headed away. It's loose in the 18. Finnerty trying to get there, as is Newquist. And it's cleared away by Finnerty. Another throw-in for Aurora. Similar distance, opposite side, far sideline. 8 minutes remain. Christian Rosenberger, Jason Lawler will check it at the next opportunity. Giuliano talking very animately down on the sideline. O'Brien approaches, fires. Here it is, a good ball too. It's loose in the middle. It's up at the 6, 8, headed away. Whistle blows. Foul called against Aurora. Now that header sailed backwards instead of toward the goal and traveled over the face. Nonetheless, the whistle blew. Push-off was called. Hussey will take the free kick in the middle of the 18. The approach, he sends it flying. Plenty of leg. Goals looking to win it. Headed away, out of bounds. Last touched by Burms. Rosenberger, Lawler will enter.
13 and 16. Christian Rosenberger and Jason Lawler.
Finnerty and Parr will exit. Rice came into the game a few minutes ago for Aaron Brown. He feeds near sideline. Goals near corner. Goals looking to turn. Being cornered off the ball. Played away. Bada looks his way. Cleared away a couple slide tackles. Cleared away deep in the corner. Bada still controls. Is still in play. Settling in that corner circle. There's a few bodies down there. No one's going to get to it. There's about 5 bodies. No one touches. Finally out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick for Aurora. Coming into the game will be Emmanuel Denton.
Entering for the Spartans, number 17, Emmanuel Denton.
Goal kick comes in high and toward the middle. Lawler wins it, touches to Rosenberger, middle circle. Rosenberger gives solid minutes, solid effort every time he's out there, the senior. Rosenberger works his way in toward the middle. Now trying to shovel his way past the keeper, the defense. Rosenberger takes a spill over the top of the 18. Aurora turning the corner, clearing away. Hodelin, Rice cut him off. Lawler, touch, one down, fires a right-footed bullet. Boy, that had some mustard on it. It slid its way directly to the keeper. And now, coming back, Cashin delivers a huge boot. Far sideline. What a leg Cashin's got. Aurora tries to work for an advantage. Couple bodies flying. No foul. No whistle blows. Weaver ball at his feet. He'll clear with a left-footed boot over the midfield stripe. Getting to it first his foot. He settles it. Plays to Hodelin. Back far corner. Touched away out of bounds by Drew Goals. 5.5 minutes remain in the ball game. Still 1-0. Throw-in comes in. Russo touches out. O'Brien bounces the ball a few times on the turf. Sets up a potential strike. The 1 and the 2 and the fire. Helped in toward the middle by Carrillo. Off of a defender for the Thunder. Corner kick, Aurora.
Spartan corner kick.
5 minutes flat. Going to be taken by Gutierrez. He approaches lone liner. Good ball. Top of the 6. Header. Headed away by Weaver. Men guarding the post. O'Brien feeds one back in toward the middle. Headed away by Pavlak. Helped by Russo. Goals clears it away out of the 18. The Thunder escape. Weaver making the back save. Lawler touches one to Bada near sideline. Bada feeds a left-footed on the ground. Gutierrez cuts it off. Rice feeds back to Lawler. Lawler, he says he can take the middle. Plays one, a through ball toward Rosenberger's direction. Rosenberger looking to turn the corner. Gutierrez, slide tackle is made, successfully done. And the clearing attempt gets deflected off Corey Weaver and over the end line for a goal kick. Boy, from a close attempt by Aurora, the Thunder try to turn it into a scoring opportunity of their own. Still 1-0 under 4 minutes. High drive. Russo wins it. Lawler up in the air with the chip. Hodelin controls. Brings it over the midfield stripe. Now plays far sideline. Tracking it down Kelly. Kelly, he's been carded once. And he rolled it away off. Nope. Just simply rolled it out of bounds. Over the end stripe. Bad will have a goal kick. 3.5 minutes remain from Joe Bean Stadium. The Thunder 3.5 minutes away from their third consecutive victory. And moving to 6-5-1. 3-5-1 just a week and a half ago. This would be their third straight victory. 3:15, Rosenberger controls far sideline. They're going to turn the corner, denied, out of bounds. Thunder throw. Christian Casanova cut him off. Ball will be fired in. Lawler, 40 yards from goal. Chops one in the direction of Lynn. Lynn sees a man, finds Rice near sideline. Rice brings it back in toward the middle with a couple dribbles. Now sees Rosenberger. Rosenberger trying to work its way. Deflected top of 18, cleared by Hodelin. Tracking it down, O'Brien looking to keep it in play. He chops to himself. Goals there to sprint with him. O'Brien lets Goals pass. O'Brien stops. Now approaches. Right foot chip into the goal. Babb comes off his line. Cleared away by Hussey. Babb wanted to punch that ball away before Carrillo could get a header to it. O'Brien. Nope. Aurora still controls. A pass tried to be feed. Far sideline. Bada intercepted. Goes back to Drew Goals. Goals clears. No one's at home, but that's all right. They'll waste some time off the clock. 2-8. Approaching 2 minutes flat. Kick toward the middle comes. Rice gets a foot to it. High into the air goes. Lane trying to win it. Ball played in the middle. Carrillo goes behind. Near sideline it comes. Denton playing one in the direction of Newquist. Touched away. Goals trying to bring one man pressure. Slide tackle made and coming in hard and making it successfully was Christian Foote.
Entering for the
9 goals the touch.
Colt Martin.
Colt Martin comes back into the game. Joey Lynn comes off. No, Connor Rice comes off. Joey Lynn will take the throw. 1 minute 35. Clock is running. Fired into Drew Goals. He touches, possesses, knocked away. Kelly nearly had it. Russo gets it back to Lawler in the offensive half. Lawler to Goals near side. Goals stops direction. Thunder look to possess. Lynn possesses. Lawler going in the direction of Goals. Intercepted, touched away, fired back over the midfield stripe, but Hussey gets to it high into the air with a clear. Looking to win it with the ball high into the air. Foul called. Looks like it'll be against Jason Bada. Free kick coming. 1 minute 5. We'll have the minute warning.
There is 1 minute remaining in the second half.
Coming out of the box is Cashin to take the kick. He chips one in toward the top of the 18. Carrillo's down there, headed away by Pavlak. Bicycle attempt made, sails over the end line. And it's going to be a corner kick. They get the deflection off the Thunder. 40 seconds remain. Corner kick coming up. Gutierrez sprinting with the ball in his possession. He puts it down, lines it up. 35 seconds. Gutierrez fires it in, top of the 6. Good ball. Headed away. Cleared by Goals. Drew Goals cleared it. Rosenberger had a one-man sprint trying to beat Casanova to the ball, out of bounds. Thunder throw. 20 seconds remain. That last clearing attempt might put the finishing seals on it. Cashin just springs it back into the box before Lawler could get there. 10 seconds remain. It's at the midfield stripe. It's shoveled its way down in toward the middle. Joey Lynn has it away high up into the air. Goals comes over, cuts it off. Lynn, ball on his feet. Lynn will clear for the final horn. Not necessarily the most pretty 45 minutes in that second half, but the Thunder will take it. Has resulted in their third consecutive victory of the year, a final of 1-0. We'll have some official statistics coming up for you here in just a few moments. It was an 8-6 shot advantage for the Thunder in that first half. The one goal of the evening came early on in the 3rd minute. Kevin Skinker scoring his 2nd goal of the young season, as double assisted by Chad Musgraves and Jordan Goals. A couple headliners. We'll ask Coach Giuliano in a brief moment about that and what he thought about his players getting some time, especially between Jason Lawler and Jordan Goals, even Nathan Jaspers. First action of the year for Jaspers. First action in a very long while since the first game of the year for Jordan Goals, and first action since the 3rd game of the year for Jason Lawler, but all of them healthy, all of them good, healthy contributors. Wheaton walks away a winner from this one on Tuesday night here at Joe Bean Stadium, a final of 1-0. Game's coming up for the Thunder this Saturday. Well, it's homecoming. Big day. We've promoted it all day long. This Saturday, starting at 1 o'clock, the Thunder football game. Rusty Lindsay, Doug Rothschild will have the call as Elmhurst comes into town, and the Thunder look to even up their conference record at 1-1. As they suffered a conference opening loss down in Bloomington last week, 27-19. The final there. Looking to make it 1-1 on the young conference season. Now we're going to be joined for the post-game interview after a 1-0 victory by head coach Mike Giuliano. And coach,
there's nothing on this.
Excuse me, just a moment, sorry.
A
little bit of technical difficulties with the headset.
Well, it's not making any, there's no...
Oh, I'll help you out. I'll help you out here. How's that?
Much better.
Much better? All right.
Oh.
Joined by head coach Mike Giuliano here. As the Wheaton Thunder have come up with a 1-0 victory here at Joe Bean Stadium. And coach, no worries about the headset.
No worries. No worries. Technical difficulties happen.
1-0 victory, 3rd consecutive victory. How do you feel after a match like that?
Well, there's a lot to like and there's a lot to be worried about. A lot to like is the fact that, we played a young man tonight that hasn't played for a year. We played another young man that hasn't played for weeks. We played another young man that hasn't played since the first week of the season, and they all did some good stuff. So that's what's to like. I thought our offensive rhythm in the first half was much better than it's been most of the season. What's not to like is the good old-fashioned, we're gonna win more head balls than you. We're gonna send it long, and we're gonna be tougher and more physical. Something we faced all season long. Reared its head tonight, and so we've actually solved that for a lot of games recently, but not tonight. Give Aurora credit. I've seen them play already, and that was an incredibly spirited effort by them to make this obviously a very 50-50 game.
Now, you mentioned earlier you got 3 young men back in this game. Nathan Jasper's first action as a collegiate at Wheaton College. And what about Jason Lawler? He's coming back for the first time in a long time since Capital.
You meant Nathan first. He was a starter last year.
Right. Sorry, excuse me.
He was a starter last year. He was a key player, one of the key players.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable to have him back. It was, sort of makes me depressed about the value of practice because he hasn't practiced for a year and he looked great. So, so that was, it was good to see. We thought Lawler, Lawler's been out for a while. It's been quite a while, and so he's going to take a while to get ready. But we're all gearing up for Saturday night. Saturday night's the war that everybody, anticipates. And so just to get those guys back, even if we only get 15, 20 minutes out of them, was great.
What do you expect from North Park Saturday night? Arguably stronger than they were a year ago.
Oh, it's not. Well, yeah, arguably and certainly stronger than they were a year ago. They're up to 18, 19 national play, European nationals, and that doesn't sound like it's not about race. It's about the fact that the quality of soccer over there is really good, and
exactly.
They play a very good brand of soccer. So it's going to take everything that we have to make that game competitive and to give us this chance to win.
Coach Giuliano, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. As Wheaton walks away, a 1-0 leader, a 1-0 winner here from Joe Bean Stadium. Next match coming up from here home at Joe Bean, 7:30, or directly following the women's match as they take on North Park. Homecoming matches, first 5 o'clock for the women against North Park, then at 7:30, or directly following the conclusion of the women's game. The men will take on North Park University right here at Joe Bean as they look to get the conference schedule off on the right foot. It all starts Saturday at 1 o'clock, 12:30, with the Swider Insider with Rusty Lindsay. And then tomorrow, the women play soccer tomorrow afternoon. And Rusty will tell you more about that at the postgame. That's going to do it for us here at Joe Bean. 1-0 is the final. Wheaton moves to 6-5-1 on the year. That's the non-conference is in the books. So we'll begin the conference schedule on Saturday night. Thanks for being with us. I'm Junior Newby. We'll send it back to Rusty Lindsay in the studio.
You're good.